Warning, this video is full of obnoxious ranting by Maxine Waters. It's funny. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are as Democrats storm and get locked out of the Department of Education. Watch this.
Look them in the eye. Come on, hold your face up. Look at him. Let him see you. This is him. Look at it. What's your name? Tell us your name. Give me that ID again.
Giving you the ID, I showed it to you.
So what?
I showed you the ID.
You do what?
I showed you the ID.
Could you let me see the ID again? Huh?
No.
No? Well,
That's the only time Maxine Waters is interested in seeing an ID. If only he was a illegal voter. She'd be trying not to see his ID. But man, look at her condescension and judgment. Let me go to another one.
Right now, you're looking live at the Department of Education. Members of Congress, they're being denied entry into the building. The doors are locked. There's a security guard there. I'm guessing that's who's in the brown, tan-looking shirt. But
It's a brown shirt. The security guard, man, he's reaping hell from Democrats. This guy needs a raise because Elon Musk put him outside of the Department of Education, and he's the only guy that all of these hundreds of people can talk to.
we don't know for sure. They're having a tense conversation.
Show them your ID. Were you told to stand here, or did you decide to stand here and block members of Congress from entering the Department of Education?
Access to federal buildings.
We're allowed in there. We're
So a
members of
private
Congress.
security contractor
Do you know who members of Congress are?
members of
Sure, we're all
Congress.
members of Congress.
Maybe you didn't understand. Do you
A private
understand who
security
members of Congress
contractor
are?
is making the decision to block members of Congress from access from a
He's giving them the same look that I give when I get pulled over by the highway patrol or when I get my taxes audited.
public access entrance.
I don't think he knows.
You have the authority as a private security contractor to block members of Congress. That has been knighted and granted to you.
You have to at least let us go to the desk.
Yeah.
too many goons out.
It's made
Oh
declaration.
my.
Nothing's
Look at
going to
that.
change.
Who told
They
you
send
to
in the
do
goons
this?
out.
Open the door.
I see your name.
So do you understand who members of Congress are? Well,
And you don't
who
care.
are we then?
You don't care.
We have a job to do.
We're not dangerous people. We're not, I don't know, security. There are no thieves and thugs out here. We're members of Congress.
You're a mob. Members of Congress, this isn't an official gathering of Congress. You're not in session. You're civilians just like me. If I got 100 people to go and stand outside of the Department of Education and demanded to let me in, they would not let me in.
Identification.
We're teachers.
There's our ID, right there. This is our job.
This is our job. We're doing our job.
A lot of
You're
media.
securing this building against who?
Members of Congress.
Who are you protecting in
It's
this?
members of the People's
So
House.
this is the beginning of full transparency of this administration. That's right. The administration that talked about they're going to open the doors to all of these things and show the American public what is going on. They won't even open the door to this building, to members of Congress. We are not posing any threat here. We are not dangerous people. We have not done anything. We're trying to request a meeting, and they have a private security contractor who on his own is making decisions on behalf of the Department of Education.
We are members of
Congressman Hayes,
at the
what you're saying is they're
all-access
not, they allow billionaires and his minions to come in
I don't
to
know
this
who
building.
he is. I don't know who he is,
They-
but I know who I
they
am.
allow-
And I'm a member of Congress with oversight responsibilities trying to request a meeting, and a private security contractor is not allowing me to enter the building.
They allow billionaires to go in this building, but not the people's representatives. They allow billionaires and their cronies to go in, but not, there's a lack of transparency here. The members of Congress, the people's representatives are not allowed in. This is not transparent.
They're locking our kids out. Well, not only are they not letting us in, now they've called the Department of the Homeland Security. We are members of Congress here to talk with the Department of Education.
This is all they've got left, guys. All they can do is scream. The election, they tried using media to take out Trump. Then they tried using lawfare to take out Trump. Then they tried an election to beat Trump, and none of it worked. So all they've got left, and the media complex is gone. This isn't even reported by MSNBC. This is News Nation. They're scraps, and now all they can do is throw a tantrum. Now, I want them to complain forever. I want them to use their voice forever, because when they run out of voice, then they'll go to violence.
And they're
The
treating us.
kids deserve to have us
Yes,
go in and fight for
absolutely.
them.
This is appalling.
Children of this country deserve that battle.
No, the children of this country don't deserve you to go in and make battle. The children of this country deserve to have an education department that gets their grades up, going from #1 in the world to #40. Kids who graduate deserve to be able to read. That doesn't concern these people.
It's a public institution. This is not Russia.
Let the camera see him. Let the camera see him.
Who is he?
This man here.
We are members of Congress.
Come in.
They're
and
blocking
I want you
us.
to see this man here, who is a federal employee. He told us.
he's not.
Are you a federal employee?
No.
Huh?
Yes.
No, he said he's a federal employee. We pay him. We raise money to make sure that we have a Department of Education. Everybody that's hired at the Department of Education are here because we pay for them to be here. He's standing here today, blocking the door, and he can't give us a good reason why.
It's almost like he's blocking the door to the U.S. Capitol on January 6th.
He's blocking this door.
Make sure they see right here. All access entrance.
Well, and I think it should be clear to parents in the United States, if you want to advocate on behalf of your children, you are not allowed to come into this building where you pay taxes.
It's for the children. We want in for the children. You guys are the last people in the world I would trust my children to, certainly not their education. Can you imagine the psychotic ideas that these people teach in public schools to our kids? I don't trust them with my kids' education. I want to homeschool them. I want to put them in a private school. I don't like the brainwashing they did in school, and now they're trying to protect their brainwashing. And teachers' unions.
Parents who have children who are disabled. Access is being...
Oh, it's the disabled children. It's not just children. Now it's disabled children. You missed minority disabled children.
blocked. You voted. You voted for members of Congress to advocate on behalf of your children. Children with disabilities, for young women who have been victims of sexual assault in our classrooms, on our school grounds. Members of OCR are fighting for your children. We are not allowed in the building to talk to them.
Yeah, you can't. Also, you're in the minority. So if anyone should be allowed in, it should be the majority Republican Congress.
We are not allowed to advocate on behalf of America's children. America, we have a problem.
Now, everybody stand back and let the camera see. They're calling all of these gun-loading people out on us.
Public shaming of gun-loading people. Those are security guards inside. You can see right below that sign. What about when the IRS knocks down a pro-lifer's door and puts a gun in his face at 4 a.m. and drags him out on him in front of his kids in the front yard? What about those gun-loading people?
They're calling them out on us. Look behind this door. Who do you see back there?
The doors will open.
Do they have guns on them?
I hope so. I hope so.
Are they prepared to shoot us?
Are they? No. They're not going to. Maxine, don't flatter yourself. You guys aren't even a threat. You're a mob, just screaming. No need to try to escalate the violence and the victimhood again.
We want in.
Tell them what it says on the door. Alexis entrance.
I'm voting that they should let just Maxine Waters in. I think they should just let her in and send a camera crew in with her.
It says all in.
All government.
Member of Congress. I'm chair of the Progressive Caucus. I'm vice-ranking member of the Education Committee. And the baseline responsibility of the Congress is to oversee our federal agencies. Each and every one of us have been in this building and through these doors. But of course, as soon as we get word that Elon Musk and Donald Trump want to shut down the Department of Education, suddenly they don't want to let members of Congress in that ask questions. Musk and the Republicans, they say they're supposedly about saving us money, bringing transparency, seeing where the dollars really go. No, they're the ones that lock the doors and make sure that your elected representatives can't even ask questions.
They're making sure you don't have access to the servers to destroy emails. They're just doing an audit. They're just looking for government waste. They haven't changed or moved anything. I don't believe the Department of Education is under the president's purview, but if it is, he's allowed to shut it down. If it's not, he'll have to go to Congress. but he's certainly allowed to look at it and conduct an audit, which freaks Democrats out.
That they're responsible for all of the student loans in this country?
I hear that they want to cut those student loans give them as tax cuts to their billionaire friends.
And are they aware of Title I, where mothers are getting up, going to work for minimum wages, and they cannot afford the education that the billionaires have for their children?
But she means Congress, by billionaires. They all put their kids in private schools. Barack Obama, Chelsea Clinton, all the Bidens, they get the best elite education. So it doesn't just apply to Elon Musk, silly.
We tried to help them by giving money to this kind of person here. And the
this kind of person here, look at him. What does that mean? What do you mean, this kind of person? What do you mean, Maxine? This kind of person here? Look at him with his arms crossed. Give me a break. What about USAID, USAID, where you gave that kind of person?
We know some of the egregious waste and spending we saw. So, for example, the Biden USAID spent $1.5 million for advancing DEI in Serbia. They spent $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala. They spent $6 million for tourism in Egypt. They spent $1 million to help disabled people in Tajikistan become climate leaders. They spent another $1 million for Hamas, a Hamas-linked charity, and they spent $15 million for contraceptives and condoms in Taliban-controlled Afghanistan. Now, if you're a left-wing radical activist, that's music to your ear.
To put on a trans musical in Colombia.
He's going to tell us that we can't come in and talk with anybody.
I'll tell you who gave him the order. It was Project 2025. This is Project 2025, top line. Hire security to block Congress. I'm all for free speech, so keep talking, everybody. You can yell at each other. You can say what you want. Do not turn to violence, like I know the Democrats are trying to get there, because they have no power. Should the security guard let all this mob of Congress in, or should he just let in Maxine Waters and do a reality show on that? I'm Doug in exile.